I'm Athman Benzarouk, the Chief Strategy, Transformation and Sustainability Officer and leading the investor relation at ADNOC Distribution. I guess I can press the button. Okay. So the presentation is about ADNOC Distribution, so part of the ADNOC family. This company has been actually the first company listed by ADNOC in December 2017. This is almost 7 years. And the company has created total shareholder return for the shareholders about 100%. We have distributed more than $4 billion, and we expect to distribute another $3.5 billion in the next 5 years, which is roughly 30% of the market cap of the company. I'm sure you all know ADNOC Distribution. This is the largest fuel retailer and convenience players. We operate actually stations across the UAE. We are the largest player with more than 550 stations. We have roughly 65% of the network, and we are also present in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and in Egypt, when we have respectively 70 stations and 125 stations. So the company supplies roughly 40 million liters to B2C customers, which is you and me, retail, and B2B customers, which is corporate. Actually, we sell gasoline, and we also have EV chargers in our stations. And what we have also is the non-fuel retail part, which is when you arrive at our stations, it is actually the convenience stores, the car wash, the lube change, and the property management. We are the largest property management owner in the UAE. What do? We rent boxes to big brands like, McDonald's, etc., Al-Baik. And this is where we want to focus our capital allocation in the next 5 years, increasing the share of the non-fuel retail. We have today more than 100 EV chargers, actually, charging points, and we aim actually to have, by the end of 2028, 500 fast and super fast chargers. We are in the convenience. What is our aim? We want to transform our stations into destination of choice, making sure that the customers will come again and again, and I will tell you how we're going to do this. Next slide is about the value proposition. As Youssef was just mentioning about drilling, ADNOC Distribution is also a company that has a very strong backup from ADNOC, who owns actually 77% of the company, 23% free float on the Abu Dhabi Stock Exchange, and we are part of MSCI for now a while, and FTSE, all the big indices. And the company is today the top 3 listed fuel retailer and convenience player around the world. We have also a strong track record of delivering. As I was mentioning earlier, we have been listed for almost 7 years. This company has delivered in the past 5 years $1 billion in 2023, when actually a couple of years back it was only a $700 million company. We have a very strong cash flow profile, more than $1 billion operating cash flow that is generated every year. And as I was mentioning earlier, strong backup from ADNOC with a supply contract that provides us a very strong visibility on the cash flows. More than 75% of our cash flows are actually coming from the pump with very high margins, a lot of predictability on the margins. Last point, we have unveiled just last March a new 5-year strategy, and we want to continue to grow, and we want to continue to create more value for our shareholders. I was mentioning earlier, we have doubled the total shareholder returns since the IPO, and we want to continue to give more growth and more dividend to our shareholders. And this is part actually of the investment and all the capital allocation that we are putting in our stations to create more value, sweating the assets, which means extracting maximum value from the assets, from the fuel business, from the convenience stores, from the car wash, the lube change, when we are upgrading actually our assets, but we are also reducing our cost. And on this, we are using now more and more AI data analytics, and all decisions are based on data, the data that we are today developing through AI. I go to the next slide. What is our ambition? By 2028, we want to increase by 50% the number of non-fuel retail transactions. We want to reach 1,000 stations. Today we are roughly at 840, which is 550 in the UAE, 70 in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where we will continue to grow, and 125 stations in Egypt. We want also to install 10 to 15 times more fast and super fast charging points versus 2023. And again, we are in the fast and super fast chargers. What does it mean? 100 kilowatt, 180 kilowatt, which means that you can come to our station, charge actually in 20 minutes, 80% of your battery. You come, you park your car, and you go to the convenience stores, you grab a nice coffee, nice croissant, fresh food, or you go to any of the other retail that we have in our station, and you can monitor through your Apple Watch or Samsung, whatever, the charging level. And this is what we are doing, also pushing notifications, and you can also book actually the charging of your car before coming to the station. And we are doing also a lot of things on technology, and especially also on the fuel business, where you come to our station. This is Feel and Go, that with camera with plate recognition, where you can book actually your fueling, and you come and say, hi, Ahmed, hi, John, you want 98, you fuel, and someone from the convenience stores will bring you the coffee and the croissant that you have already ordered, and you just need to leave without paying because it's top up on your app. We have today one of the most successful apps in the UAE, with more today than 2.2 million customers. The total number of cars in the UAE is roughly 4 million, so 50% of the drivers have today the ADNOC Rewards app, and this is where we're going to continue to grow, of course, the number of customers, but use AI to hyper-personalize actually the offers to the customers. Also, and finally, we are continuously reducing costs at ADNOC Distribution. Since the IPO, we cut more than $120 million, and we're going to continue to do so in the next 5 years, with roughly $50 million in the next 5 years. Quickly, dividend policy, $4.4 billion that have been distributed already, and I was saying just more than $3 billion in the next 5 years. We invent a new dividend policy, thanks to a very strong cash flow profile, but also, and I should have said, very strong balance sheet. Net debt to EBITDA is just 0.5 times. So we're going to distribute $700 million, or minimum 75% of the net profit, whichever is higher, which means that there is clearly an upside for investors. And I'm done. Thank you. Please invest in ADNOC Distribution. See you there.